players have been building up this hype and this anticipation throughout this competition.
Oh no!
Oh! We've got everything covered. The players are here, the tournament bracket. Expect to see some interesting matches. The Hydra's just DPSing everything to death.
Charging forward into his opponent's natural expansion. The Centric gone, Zilla gone, Stalker gone, nothing left, BG!
Ladies and gentlemen, happy summer, clouds in the sky, seagulls chirping, a boat. I don't know, is that a boat? It's a ferry. Ferry's going on by near the Statue of Liberty. The gift given from the French to the Americans in 17... Nick, help me.
I don't know the day, man.
Nick!
I'm sorry. Anyways, it's summer. Summer is awesome. We're here with an awesome tournament.
Yeah.
16 of America's best doing it out.
Debatable. 16 of really good North American players, I think, is agreeable for sure. I'm Axel Toss, joined by Axel. It's been a while. How are you doing?
I'm doing it great, man. You know, it was fun casting. It's fun getting back into casting. Of course, the last time you saw us was MLG Anaheim. That was pretty exciting.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was in the summer, debatably. I'm not sure what the official date was for that.
And,
as far
you know, Hyun got second there.
Yes.
And if you guys are just watching DreamHack, you saw he just won DreamHack not but 5-10 minutes ago. That guy's good, man.
Yeah, Hyun, he deserved it, man.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy, too.
It was a pretty one-sided finals, too, to be honest. He
yeah.
kind of,
Poor Jaedong, though. I know a lot of people were hoping that he would win this one. I think he tweeted that this is my time or something like that.
Well, second place is a great job at DreamHack. Of course, Ghost User, amazing performance as well.
Yes.
Top forward, only non-Korean.
Speaking of North Americans, I mean, Ghost User, super awesome result from him. I know, you know, the third game, the one that knocked him out, the early pull from Hyun.
Oh, yes.
And imagine if Ghost User had ended up winning that series. It could have been him holding the DreamHack trophy.
That's right.
So a lot of stuff to think about. But anyway, what are we doing here? MLG Summer Invite, as Nick said, 16 of the top players in North America, and we're having them duke it out. We got 4 matches today, 4 matches tomorrow. Look at all those names. Who are your favorites? Be careful, because they speak English. They can watch this. They'll know if you like them or not.
So, I really like Kwai Rice.
Okay.
Because he switches races a lot, and I used to play random Warcraft 3.
Yeah.
So that's always awesome. Incontrol, he's an awesome guy. I love him too. Actually, all these guys are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
QXC is one of the most fun guys to watch play. QXC has a lot of cool builds. And then there's guys like Ostojiy, just is really great, great mechanical player. Topster. We haven't seen much of him for a while.
Yeah.
He placed highly in WCS Canada 2012, but since then we haven't really seen too much out of him.
I kind of like also the inclusion of kind of the under the radar or the not as known guys like Fog, Quantic. I think is he in the academy? I'm not sure if he's full Quantic.
He had an insane performance in MLG. He was like one of the top couple non-Korean players up there.
He had a really good performance there. Then Henjelisk is a Canadian player. He's in college. Maybe not a lot of people know his name. Team Complexity. Very good player. We'll have to see how he does. Any other relative unknowns? No, I think everyone else. Maybe Sasquatch a little bit. Sasquatch, one of those guys.
Xenocider's starting to get known.
Sure. Yeah, Xenocider just joining Evil Geniuses. So a lot of awesome matches coming your way, guys. Today, we got the first half of the bracket, which is going to be Incontrol, the left side, basically. And we're going to give you a nice fancy look at that. Ostojiy, Incontrol is going to be up first. Then Sasquatch, State, Xenocider, Hello Kitty, Suppy, QXC. 2 Terrans, 3 Protoss. No, 3 Terrans, 3 Protoss, and 2 Zerg. Nice little distribution there. So we're going to see a lot of good StarCraft today.
That's right. Some awesome games. Of course, the first match is going to be Incontrol versus Ostojiy.
Yep.
It's going to be a pretty exciting match. Game 1 is going to be an Aklon Way. Should we just get right into it?
I kind of want to do it. Let's get into it, guys.
All right, let's do it.
Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, there we go.
It's shaking. They're underwater.
Dun-dun. 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 Oh, my God. Nick! Nick, run! Nick! We're fine.
And we're into the game.
I knew that was coming the whole weekend, and I was like just waiting for that moment.
That was a pretty
sick moment. I hyped it correctly. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I think
it was a shark. What if a shark was coming at you like that?
I would scream.
Yeah, well, you'd be in the water.
Exactly.
So
then
you scream,
drown.
Water would go in your lungs.
It would be awful, man.
Oh.
Luckily, I wasn't underwater, and I held the mute button down while I was screaming, so no one realized that.
Perfect. Okay. These guys are chatting a little bit. I'm trying to. Do you think it's freezing? Oh. Okay. Interesting. So this is a little bit of interesting discussion in the beginning. Incontrol does not like the heat. Ostojiy doesn't like the cold. And that's strange because considering the last year of their lives, where it's mostly been spent.
That's right.
Incontrol's
in Phoenix.
Ostojiy in Canada. So maybe these guys should switch places for a week or a month or something. That'd be a cool show. All right. So let's introduce. I mean, we have the blue Protoss player in the bottom right, Incontrol from Team Evil Geniuses. His opponent in the top left, Ostojiy, the Red Zerg player. A little bit about these guys. Ostojiy, again, Canadian player on Quantic Gaming. Very good, very up and coming. He's a student though, so he's spending a lot of time studying. He's actually going to law school, or he's going to be applying to law school. Obviously, it's summer break right now. So obviously not able to necessarily spend full time into StarCraft 2. So we'll have to see how he does in this tournament. Of course, Incontrol, a little bit better known, perhaps, is a player who has been in the scene for a long time, kind of making that transition between being a player and being a personality, or just trying to do both at the same time, which is fine. But I don't necessarily know where his level's at.
Well, this will be a good test for him. This will be a very good test for him, seeing exactly where he's at right now, because Ostojiy is no joke here. So going forward here, one thing we want to look at is what type of builds the players are going to choose. Because, like I said, we haven't seen much of Ostojiy in tournament play lately.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure he's been active on the ladder and stuff, so Incontrol may have an idea of his current style, but you never know what someone's going to bring to a tournament, right? They may normally play a certain way on ladder or in custom games, and they have some secret build they've been working on. So this is something Incontrol's got to be wary of, and he's playing a very just standard, safe opening, Forge expand here.
He's got a pro being sneaky, has some minerals in his mouth, so I'm not sure what that's about. Generally, you want to deposit those minerals before you go across the map. Not a huge deal. Oh, Lings want some of that. They want that diamond ring, man.
They're not accepting the peace offering.
No, they're not.
This is very unfriendly Zerglings. Of course,
so what did that probe find out though? What did he see exactly here?
Nothing.
Just like the idea as Protoss, right? What do you want to see in these stages is what's important here.
If there's gas for third base.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, two Zerglings are going to get in. One of them is going to be taken out by the cannon. And you know what? The other Zerglings actually didn't get into main. He really wanted to get into main so he could run around and see where the pylons are, see potentially what's being built later on.
The cannon is kind of blocking that.
Yeah.
So that can't happen. But this Ling, if given time, can presumably take down this Nexus.
It would take
given
a while.
the time being the important variable in that statement.
And the probes aren't going to allow that.
No.
Well,
He's going to try to kill a probe. Do you think he can do it?
No.
Should we poll the audience? Not enough time.
Not enough time. Yep. Didn't happen.
All right.
Didn't happen. Oh, but look at this.
Ooh, sneakiness. See, I told you.
All right, you know what?
Why did those Lings stop following
We
that
should
probe?
poll the audience.
Okay.
Will the third hatch die or not?
Okay, will the third die?
That's what we should do.
Wait, how does this? Wait, what? Okay.
They either say yes or no. We're going to graphic there in half a minute.
You guys are gonna love this.
Uh-oh.
You need to tell us if this third is gonna die or not. Now he sees it. It's scouted.
But the cannons are going to get up. I don't know what's going to happen here. It could go either way here. Two cannons are up. The third, he didn't cancel it. So
He's making Lings. He's making Lings, and these Lings aren't drones. So that's pretty important to note. And it's a third cannon added on to make control. And as a Protoss, you kind of have to make that decision. How much do I want to invest into this? Do I think this third is going to die?
I like the third cannon. I think it's pretty cool because as soon as the hatchery wasn't canceled, Ostojiy pretty much has to kill it, and so he knows he can make a lot of Zerglings. Two cannons may not...
What do you focus fire, though? Do you focus fire the hatchery?
No. You won't be to kill. Not this side.
Okay. See, that's the thing I have to think about. But you've been in this situation enough so you know, and Incontrol knows as well. He's going to fire at those Lings, but the thing is, does Ostojiy have too much? Okay, so no, we didn't say... Yeah, tweet your answer with MLG. We didn't say win.
That's true.
We didn't say win. Them. So ladies and gents, do not be fooled. People are like, I said no. And I'm right.
But this is just throughout the whole game.
In the game.
We didn't clarify.
We didn't. So Nick is trickery at his questions. You got to watch out for that guy. See, I wonder who the people were who were asking for specifics. Like they're like in the chat, there's guys with their monocles who's like, Nick, what do you mean? Is it going to die now? Or I don't have enough data. Can you please provide that? But now you have all the data. So get your tweets out there. Hashtag MLG, yes or no.
So the good news for Incontrol is Ostojiy had to make a lot of extra Zerglings. The bad news is that now the Zerglings have them contained.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much he cares about being contained.
Because the thing is, it's Accolon, so there are fancy things you can do. I mean, there's rocks you can kill, but Ostojiy has all these things on the field. He's not getting speed, though, which is mildly interesting. Okay, he just now started speed. So as far as how much utility do these slowlings have?
Do you just slow down a third of Incontrol?
Yeah.
That's pretty much, I mean, because normally there's one or two Zerglings, you can just run in there, build a pylon, and then get a wall up. But with this many Zerglings, even with the militia core in place, they can just kill the wall, cancel the Nexus, force Incontrol to wait for a few more units before he actually goes and takes that third base.
Now, second cannon added on here from Incontrol. I'm not sure if this was a defensive thing or if he wanted to. Well, obviously it's a defensive thing, but as far as reacting to the link or just kill the rocks kind of a thing.
Yeah. I think it's both. You know, because he knew there's a lot of Zerglings. He knew his opponent was probably hurting a drone count. And some players would just turn him into Baneys, right? Or figure out some other way to attack.
One link saying YOLO, trying to go to the natural, but the other saying you're a fool and backing up.
Well, he made it past the force field.
He did. He did a good job, but then he died.
Yeah.
Ooh, a War Prison. This is a little bit fancy.
Oh.
Now, the question is, does Ostojiy know about this?
He's got a lot of gateways. Incontrol's a lot of gateways. Oh, he doesn't see it.
Yeah. All right, he sees all the gateways warping in, and that's like the scariest thing of Zerg. Like you're scouting, you're like, okay, oh, but you see 3 sentries warped home. So now he's like, okay, that's fine.
Maybe he's thinking Immortal Sentry timing, but no, the Robo is too late. There hasn't been Immortals out. Oh,
okay,
the Warp Prison.
Overlord's gonna see it. Does Ostojiy see it? I kind of want to go to his vision, but I don't know how to.
Well, I'm sure he saw it. Just if you recognize it or not. And the thing is this a situation where if Zerg doesn't have units in your main, you just unload the units, the sentries, force field the ramp.
It's not connected there. Agreed.
Oh, he's got speedings there waiting. But you know what?
What do you think about this?
This fourth is dead.
But is that? I mean, it's not. It can cancel it. You know, it's
not.
like, what is this really doing for Incontrol, right?
I lied actually.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, no, this is a bait. See, he wants the lanes to go down there, and now he's gonna go to the main, force field the ramp.
Oh, this is trickery. Oh no, he saw the speedings.
This is so dangerous. Like, as a Zerg, having to deal with something like this, it can give you a heart attack because you don't know what's gonna happen. Sentry's dropping down, trying to give himself a nice little fortress there in the back.
Oh, he's got to pick up the 1 sentry.
Oh!
Save him.
It had a lot of energy too.
Yeah, he lost 1 sentry.
Okay, so will this hatchery die? We didn't say which hatchery either. Right? Okay, I think we did.
I think we did.
But you said this hatchery would die, and then you called yourself a liar.
Oh, because I thought it was
earlier. But you might be a truthful or a tell the truther, an honest person. I don't know.
Truthsayer.
Truthsayer.
No, he's.
Hold on a second.
Wait, what?
The Roaches and Lings saying, you know what? I don't want that hatchery alive anyway.
This is funny.
Oh, there's the cancel. Okay. Meanwhile, third getting up here for Incontrol, which is important.
And this is a lot of this War Prison rats, you know, because Ostojiy has a lot of speedies and roaches. That third would not be that easy to get up.
Yeah.
Without keeping the units back at home.
I kind of like this, because like PvZ these days, it's like, okay, how can I get my tech up? How can I get my expansions up while preventing the Zerg player from getting a ridiculous amount of drones? But what Incontrol maybe doesn't know about is that there's 12 mutas in production.
Exactly, and I think
the Spire? I'm looking for the Spire.
It's probably a natural third base.
It's at the third base.
Yeah, it's in the third.
You didn't see it.
Oh, now he sees it. Well, now he sees the Mutalisk attacking his War Prison.
So now, how do you react? Are there any Stargates on the field? Okay, canceled something. Stalkers. Immediately made. Blink immediately starting. Is it too late? Yeah, this is scary, man.
It's too late to go Stargates here. Stargates are great if you catch a Spire and it's like halfway done, or when a mute is like when it just finishes.
But don't you have to go Stargate? I feel like that's what Protoss players are saying. Okay.
He is. There's 2 Stargates going down. So, yeah, a lot of people, you either have to go Stargates or have to be very aggressive with like some Blink Stalker Sentry type play.
Where's the Mothership Core?
Oh, the Natural's so exposed.
Okay. Probes running for their lives, saying, "Get away from me, mutas. I don't want to deal with you right now."
There's no blink yet. That's a big problem.
Oh yeah, he just started it right when he scouted the mutas. He was like going a completely different tech path. He wasn't even intending on going. Basically, Ostojiy did exactly what Incontrol did not want him to do, kind of a thing. Because Incontrol was 100% not prepared. Didn't have blink, didn't have Stargates, and now this is going to be tough. This is going to be tricky.
You know what I think really threw him off? He saw the number of roaches Ostojiy had, and he's like, you know what, my opponent was probably stopped at like 55 drones, and so if he has this roaches, he can't have anything else. But really, Ostojiy went like, as soon as he killed the cannon rush, he knew he had map control, he went straight to like 74 drones. And so he had a lot more resources than Incontrol could predict.
And again, the purpose of the War Prism is to prevent that from happening. So it's one of those timing things as a Protoss where you have to identify, okay, when is my thing going to hit? And what do I want to do with it? The thing in this case was the War Prism stuff. Lots of gateways. No, the Phoenix is in a Dark Shrine too! Incontrol loves his Dark Shrine. But the Stargate's going to be unpowered. Did you get any DTs? Well, you can still make DTs. So.
Yeah.
What does unpowering a DT Shrine do?
Nothing.
Okay.
Well, it makes it
what
unhappy.
if, okay, I just thought of something brilliant. You get a War Prism, and then you go somewhere random on the map and build a Dark Shrine there with the War Prism, and then go away. And
that's pretty clever.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Exactly. You know these things. In fact, there's a DT at the bottom left right now, actually, slicing away a bit. There's an Overseer there, so, but you know what? It's what, 3-4 drone kills, something like that, and it forced the mutas back, which is bigger, because Incontrol needs to get up at least 6 Phoenix to even think about poking into Mutas of the Phoenix, and he wants to get Blink done. But Ostojiy, he scouted double Stargates.
He's transitioning.
Yeah. And this is the worst part about going Phoenix late against Mutas. Because what happens, if you have Phoenixes out ready to stop the Mutas, then just the game goes on, right? You both fight, you can both expand.
Right.
But what happens if you start Phoenixes late, you're still stuck on 3 bases, desperately trying to get Phoenixes up.
So how do you take your 4th?
Yeah, and
how
your
do you
opponent,
protect it?
And your opponent grabs 5 bases,
yeah.
and you can't do anything about it. And then
10 gases.
you're like, yes, I can beat the Mutas now. And you're
and then he just he can make anything
yep.
and kind of beat you. Just that's how the game works. He does have DT still, so okay. An Overseer coming forward though. Ostojiy shoving right into the natural expansion.
He wants that Nexus,
and I think he'll get it. Yeah, targeting it down very fast. The Lings aren't crazily upgraded. 2-2 is on the way. Where are the Phoenixes? I don't know. Force field's going down.
That's actually a very good question.
Guardian Shield needs to be deployed here. Where are the Phoenixes? Did they die? Am I?
No, I think they're on break.
Am I a bad observer?
Vacation. They're on vacation.
I found them. It's one of the trickiest things though. Controlling Phoenixes in a battle like this.
I think he might have kept. Well, no, but the double Stargates were spotted. I was thinking maybe he wants his opponent to keep going Mutas and keep it as a. But I mean, the double Stargates were spotted, so you know, Ostojiy knows there's probably Phoenixes somewhere. Well, now he's attacking an Overlord, so. So Incontrol is going to try to settle up his 3-base defense. He's going to be very cost efficient. He's down by so much economy, right?
Right.
He's going to have to be insanely efficient here.
Okay, well, killing Overlords is great. See, maybe Ostojiy's like, oh, you never made Phoenixes, and now he's not going to be prepared for these Phoenixes that pop out of nowhere.
This is true.
Maybe
this is true.
No, he's got Corruptors mixed in. Ostoji's fine. Ostoji's a very happy camper. Obviously, whenever you kill your opponent's natural, whenever you're on 5 bases, you're on 10 gases, you have Mutas still alive, you're making Spine Crawlers, Ostojiy just needs to make sure he doesn't do anything silly to lose the game. Because I think he's in a great position right now.
He is. He's got total map control, 5 bases at 3. He's even going Hive and getting all his upgrades so he can transition to Ultralisk, Broodlords, you know, adding in Infestors in case the Phoenixes get range and start trying to do some fancy micro. A lot of options.
And he's still being annoying here at the front door. Akalan Waste, it's kind of hard to kill your opponent who's on 3 bases. So it's understandable to get a great lead, but just not be able to close out your opponent. Cybercore getting targeted down, that's no fun. But does that kind of make sense? As far as like Akalan Waste, you can be very defensive on 3 bases and kind of extend the game a very long time, even though you're pretty far behind. But that leaves avenues for you to come back. Money Storms, maybe?
Yeah.
Stuff like that?
Yeah, there's, I mean, Protoss wants to get all their techs.
Yeah.
They definitely have the potential to get that cost efficiency, which is what Incontrol needs. And there's goes all the Templar warping in. But I don't think he has Sidestorm, does he?
Power overwhelming.
And there's no ghosts.
Did you see that Carbot animation?
I did. In this case, there's no ghosts.
I know.
They're going to be much, much happier Archons. The downside is Archons, they're great.
Yes.
But can they have that turnaround power of when you're down to, oh no, the Fungals.
Yeah.
That was brutal.
So Incontrol running out of stuff. Did he research Storm? He's keeping feedback. Okay, no, he's making everything in Archons here. I mean, feedback might be nice against the Infestors. Storm would be great against the Mutas, but Incontrol realizing he doesn't have time. Archons get some decent splash damage onto the Mutas. Stalker's trying to get their damage done as well. And Ostojiy.
I think just wants to trade.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, he has so many resources. He wanted to clear up some food to get the Ultralisk.
Those are the trades that kind of make you wince a little bit, though. Like those money shots, Archons on Mutas. Like there was a blip from, I think it was DeMuslin was streaming, and he killed like 30 Mutas with the Widowmine. It was actually.
Oh, I remember I saw that.
You remember that? See,
yeah. It was a couple of Widowmines, but yeah.
I call that a wince moment, right?
Yep.
So it's like you're trading those wince moments. I don't think you want to do wince moments when you're trading. I don't know.
No.
Right? I mean, you'd rather like, I don't know. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
I mean, he killed I think 2 Archons there.
It's just my personal emotions start getting.
So the question is, what can Incontrol do against these Ultralisks? Stalkers aren't that great.
Archons are already great, kind of, to have. Immortals, he has some Void Rays. I mean, he's kind of, like, it's actually interesting. He has a lot of the tools in place to kind of deal with Ultras in a sense.
The problem is it's going to be 8 Ultralisks.
Yeah.
And one-on-one Ultralis beat Archons pretty badly.
Here's what you never engage, and you kill base, you recall.
I like it. He can do that. He has a lot of Void Rays, too. Void Rays actually do power down, but there's so much Corruptors and Mutalisk, the Void Rays may...
Oh! Prismatic alignment onto the Void Rays. trying to engage this army, but is there too much Zerg?
Pissed off.
Is there too much Zerg? I think there is. Mothership Core was killed, so no recall going to happen here. And Ostojiy showing the might of the Zerg race and in control, throwing in the towel. Nicely played there from the Red Zerg player. Trying to think about, like, the cannon rush happened early on, so you could argue, okay, in control was kind of behind at that point. But then I think it's just in control not scouting that mutant tech. Like, if you don't, like, he literally didn't know about the mutants until they're already 14 on the map.
That's not
and
good.
it's one of the most difficult situations. When you're a Protoss, you know, you're microwaving, you're getting your third base up, you have a game plan, and then you just either A, you don't spot the Spire, or for whatever reason, these mutants are catching you off guard. That's one of the worst feelings. It's one of the hardest things to come back from. So
It is.
And the Spire was the third, too.
And his own third was very late, because he got all these gateways in hopes of going to do some warping into main with the force fields.
Sure.
So he was just too far behind economically. And then if you're behind economically and then you get caught off guard by mutas, it's just a very, very tough fight to try to get back in the game. And he fought for a while, but he was never able to really get back in the game.
Again, he made those wince moments happen. And when you're behind, that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
You want to try to do as much as you can to get back into the game. But Ostojiy taking game 1 in this best of 3, guys. Stay tuned. In Control versus Ostojiy game 2. Coming up, you're watching the MLG Summer Invite.